All right. Um, okay, seems to be working. Hi, hello, internet people everywhere. My name is Ave. I am a concept artist, illustrator from Ecuador, and yeah, I decided to start this YouTube live streaming series to be working on my illustrated mythology book, which is a project that I've had in mind for like a couple of years, and I just was never able to get around to actually doing it, just because of work and life and stuff like that. But just the state of the world right now and the state of our industry is so chaotic and shit that it just seems like the worst time possible to start anything. And that to me is also like the best time to do anything at all, just because the risk and reward ratio for any passion project is definitely better than risking sending a million job applications and getting ghosted. So yeah, this is just I'm not a native user of the stream experience. I don't know how to do this shit, and it's not my. I don't intend to be as entertaining as Clavicular. So if you're in for something viral, whatever, just go look at Luke Smacks or whatever. This is just mostly like a video diaries. I just want to be consistent and I want to finish this project because for me it's all about just finishing something and trying my best to do the type of work that I would do if I wasn't paid to do. And that's one thing that as an artist in this time I think it's important to sort of figure out by yourself. Like, we're not getting paid anymore to do projects that we don't want to do, so might as well not get paid to do stuff that you want to do, right? And I just want to have peace in mind that I tried, that I actually tried to do something good, that I tried my hardest to work in something that I'm passionate about. And if people resonate with it, and I hope that people do, then that's good enough for me. And if people don't, then at least I tried, right? So yeah, that's it. And yeah, today I'm gonna be working on literally the first page of this book, and I have a couple writers and staff that are like working on the actual text, and I'm just gonna be going like one after the other, day after day. I'm just gonna be working on the illustrations, and there's not gonna be a lot of commentary. It's just gonna be mostly me thinking out loud and like doing the illustrations. And yeah, people are welcome to hop on the stream, comment in the chat, and if you have comments or if you have questions about what is it that I'm doing, I'm happy to answer and address that. All right. So okay, the illustration that I'm going to be working on today is from a myth, South American myth called Viracocha, and it is about the genesis of this culture, the Incan culture, and it's about a guy named Viracocha creating life for the first time from his blood. So I'm just gonna start by just doing like very rough sketches, and I'm gonna be using like the Pomodoro technique for this. So I'm gonna be just like starting very rough with very loose ideas, not thinking too much about perspective or anything like that. And after 25 minutes, I'm gonna take a 5 minute break, and then I'm gonna do that a couple more times. And since this is my first stream, I'm just gonna do that 2 times, and I'll call it a day. And as I keep going day after day, I might do more than that. All right. So here we go. First illustration. It's always just keeping it super super loose, super rough. Just thinking about what this guy might look like. bit of gesture. Very, very loose, very, very rough. I always like to flip the illustration on the X axis just because I always tend to exaggerate the gesture towards the right side. So just in order to like find a little bit more of like a balance. I'm not using any reference right now. This is all just from muscle memory. And I'm thinking of this like a very dramatic pose where he's bleeding from his hand like this. He might have like a knife in his other hand. Right here. Suggests that he cut himself with it. Right? And I want to give myself a time frame for each one of these illustrations because I actually intend to finish this book, right? So I'm not sure yet how long it will take me, but I'm thinking that for the first couple of drawings, I'm just gonna go through the process and trying to find the actual visual sort of aesthetic that I'm going for and try to figure out how long it took me to get there and sort of make it like a schedule for myself for the rest of the illustrations. Alright. So I think that he's starting to look like an actual human, right? Or like somebody. And yeah, you might be wondering why the fuck am I not using AI? And it's just because I think the qualities of par. You know, people are apart from the ethical concerns or whatever, and it's just that I'm sorry, I just think it doesn't look very good. So I'm not gonna be using any AI for the writing, the drawings, it's gonna be 100% human made. Do like a landscape here, because after all it is the creation of life or whatever, right? Just maybe like a tree. Just trying to be loose as fuck. I'm thinking a little bit about there's like a Disney compilation of like short films based on classical music. It's just like animated shorts, and there was like a remake of the Fantasia. It's the name. There was a remake made in the 2000s called Fantasia 2000s, and something like that. I don't know. And they have one of those is like a nature girl. It's just like flying around and turning everything green and shit. And then there's like a volcano and stuff. So I'm like thinking a little bit about that with this. It's trying to, I don't know, maybe from his blood, it's just like whoosh, and then whoosh. There's creation of green and foresty and nature shit. Now, trying to frame the guy so that he. Right, so I think that's good enough for like the rough stage. And because this guy is like an actual existing deity in the Incan mythology, I'm gonna be thinking about giving him some part of like the custom, the outfits is like something that's actually existing in like sculptures and art from pre-Incan and Incan folklore, but I'm gonna be giving my twist in it. And I was thinking about this guy, sort of like mixing him with other deities that appear in Mesoamerican cultures, like the Great Snake, and giving him like Medusa here, like a couple of snakes here, whatever. Just keeping everything super rough. It's exploring shapes. Bracelet. Ornaments, gold ornaments everywhere. Signal, keys of stature. There. It's another tree out here. Awesome. Right. Yeah, okay. So I think that's good enough for like the rough sketch. Right. Now, move on to the line arts. So for this, I'm thinking, I always tend to like separate between like foreground, middle ground, background, so I can isolate each of those into layers afterwards when I'm painting them, and give like more atmospheric contrast between them. So I'm thinking of giving him something here in foreground. Like what would it be? Because he is associated with the sun, but also like the snake god. I'm thinking maybe like a snake over here. You know, right here. No. Yeah, it looks like shit. Alright. Mm. Like beams of light. Or maybe just like more trees, because fuck it, right? Because. Yeah, I think that works. I don't want to cut his ass. It just looks so good, right? Beautiful shape. Shit, I don't know if that's. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's vulgar. I'm sorry. I just mean like it's artistically good, you know. All right, cool. Shit. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Maybe one over here, right? Yeah, and then we can do like leaves or whatever over here. That's really cool. Yeah. All right. Cool. That'll be like a foreground. That's still not tight line art, but it's good enough. And then this will be the guy. Snake. Gotta be. Give him the respect he deserves. Alright, I'm gonna look at like references on my phone. This is the first time I looked at the reference now, and I'm gonna be using it. I'm gonna be using it mostly to see at like actual historical, visual references from existing art from like the cultures or whatever. So this is like an actual artistic interpretation of Viracocha. And yeah, I'll just try to integrate that into my own visual language, which should be really hard, right? Because I've been like working for the last year, I've been just like working in very commercial projects, and it's, you know, tackling a project like this is about finding a balance between originality and an existing visual language that you know kind of works in a way. Alright, it's time to draw a face. He's hurts a little bit, right? Because he just cut his fucking hand. So it must be hurting quite a bit, right? Alright, that's cool. Okay. so I can focus a little bit more on the actual liner that I'm working on. Alright. I hope it doesn't look too melancholic because I want to convey the sense that it is like a sacrifice, but it's also a joyful moment, right? He's about to create life. Alright, it's too strong for me. Yeah, I don't know about that. Messing up the face big time. He does have human form, according to the folklore, but a beard. And I don't think I want to incorporate the beard into the design just because it might be confusing for some people just because the common knowledge is that beards were beards were rare, because they're associated with Europeans. So if I give the creator god a beard, it might be too close to the Jehovah or Javeh or the commonly associated god with Christianity, right? So trying not to do that. I'm iterating on the illustration itself just because I haven't actually thought about this character until I started it right now, right? So I'm like thinking about what kind of nose shape he has and all that. So even though one might look like anatomically correct to put in place right now, I want to make sure that I'm favoring I'm conveying the type of character that I want to do, I want to create. Alright. Yeah, I think that's good. Good. Right? Alright. Years and always difficult. So I'm thinking that this looks good. Alright, so yeah, I might just work on him and think about the things that he's wearing afterwards, right? Yeah, I should have probably looked for a reference for the body, just because as soon as I saw this, I was like, okay, I'm not sure if my anatomy is good enough to like do it from my big old brain, but I'm gonna try, right? And if it sucks, I'm gonna just redo it later. That's cool. Let's see how I'm doing with the Pomodoro. Alright, so I have 2 minutes left, and then I'll take a 5 minute break. Let's do some shit. Yeah, I definitely don't remember how this goes. Yeah, it's just like here, like this. Yeah. Yep. Mhm. I think it's good. I don't want him to be like a bodybuilder, right? Like extremely fucking lean. Or I don't know. Maybe that'll help sell the book. I don't fucking know. It's super ripped. It's completely fucking ripped. God, no. Just moderately. Just tone, right? It's awesome. Okay. Now I'm trying to remember all of the anatomy right now. Oof. Okay. So that's one Pomodoro right there. And I'm gonna take a 5 minute break. And I'll be right back. Alright. says like 5 minutes now. Alright, so I was looking at like some reference for the background, like the trees. And I think I'm gonna be using a local tree that I like, called the Andean paper tree. I'm just trying to like look for good references for it. Okay. This is kind of what it looks like. And I'm gonna try not to do like a one-to-one copy for it, but yeah, I think it's got like the right rhythm shape. Alright. Keep working on this guy now. I'm not sure that looks right. I'm not sure that's how anatomically right that is. It's so funny you can just like make mistakes and people are gonna think it's AI. Just because you don't know your shit. Like these guys buying are gonna be like, yeah, that's all AI. Just because I don't remember my anatomy. Yeah. That looks super jacked. That's good. I want to give it like super insane abdominal wall. But more like a Jesus type abdominal wall, right? It's like moderately ripped. Divine, if you will. Alright, awesome. Yeah, it's rated in the ribs, it's looking gnarly. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to soften all of this. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna have to like put clothes on top of all of this later, so don't need to polish it as much. But since I already got into it, I'm just gonna use the opportunity to practice my anatomy. There we go. Not sure about this ear. Yeah, I feel like I messed up big time with that phase. With that phase. Yep. There we go. Alright, let's see. I remember when the first version of Midjourney came out, and everybody was looking at the hands, and they said like it looks like shit because you cannot do hands. And then I started like looking at all my illustrations, and the hands were shitty as well. I was like, oh shit. I'll practice only this for months, and then the fucking thing got good at hands. And now it's better than all of us at hands. What do now, right? This one. All right. I feel like I may be going over and over with the guy, but yeah, I messed him up in the beginning, so now I have to sort of fix it. Yeah, it's a bit better. Now for the hard part, hands. Let's just fucking work. Alright. Do a fist like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just look at my hand for reference right now. Yep, is the blood God. Awesome. It's really hard. the other hand. Should be this. This. Yellow sheet. Oh, it's really shit. Okay, let's try that. Switch sides. There we go. That still looks kind of shitty, but you know, it is what it is. It does look better than it did. Yeah. Let's see if we can do like. Okay, I don't want to do like a European dagger, right? So I'm gonna look up for some like knife references for this. So it's not a knife, but like an ornament, something like this. Not sure if it fits the shape though. They don't have a lot of blades that look like that, you know, like the pointy thing. They have like ceremonial knives called the tumi. Yeah, I think that's just like taking the shape from the ornament and trying to like incorporate elements of it into it might be the way to go. So I'm trying to do that. Yeah, it's kind of wild shapes. If you see me doing a lot of this, it's not like I'm touching myself. It's just like I live in the countryside. There's a lot of mosquitoes around. Right. Yeah, I have to go back to that. This looks kind of shitty right now. this one. Not gonna lie. What what if it's just like this? Without anything else. Maybe just this. Yeah, I think that looks kinda cool. Maybe a turfed dagger. Please. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hate having to do this shit when you like rotate the canvas. I fucking hate that. It feels so unnatural to do that with a computer. I was already working professionally before I learned how to do it. And a client of mine did like a video call with me, and then he taught me how to. I mean, he didn't taught me how to do that. He just did it, and I was like, "Wait, hold up, how you do that shit?" He looked at me like I was on drugs. Like, what? You don't know? You're an artist, man. All right. Let's see the sketch. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense in terms of perspective, but it's just like a magical thingy. So it makes it's like breaking the fourth wall with two-dimensional art. So like I know this shit's in the foreground and it's bleeding into the background, but I don't really care, because it looks cool. As long as it looks deliberate, right? Alright. Let me check how much time left. I have 6 minutes. Okay. 6 more minutes. Let's keep going. Yeah, between work and life, just get married, so life. I don't have a lot of time to work on this. Maybe an hour every day. So the stream's gonna be probably around that. I think it's all about consistency. So I hope to have this book done maybe 1 year, and we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Color this one red, and then start working with the background. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my reference now. The tree references. Yeah. They do look super beautiful. Okay. Gee, now that's confusing because I have so much shit on the foreground. But okay. I think I got it. Okay. Just trying to replicate the happy little accents in the tree. Mm. I'm gonna lower the opacity in this just so I don't get confused. Because both of those have like the trees, so I don't want to mess up. God dang it. It's drawing on the wrong layer again. That's why I always have to lock the important layers because I keep doing that. So I'm retarded. So now I have the issue of how do I convey the sort of movement that flows from the idea that all of this is coming from his blood, right? And part of that's going to be the color. You know, like I'm going to take the color red, I'm going to push it into the trees. But in each stage of the illustration, I want to be able to call it finished. You know, it's like different stages, but at each stage, I want to be able to say like, okay, this looks like a finished work, right? So I also need to think about how to do that with just line work, right? Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's stupid. Okay. Just trying to make sure this isn't crappy. Always looking at the. Okay, so that's another Pomodoro. Alright, so yeah, that's it. Don't want to overdo it. Might work on this on my own time, and tomorrow we're gonna look different. Gonna be working on it from a different point. But yeah, so this is, thank you for watching. This is the end of the first stream. There's gonna be a lot of this I might be able to. Yeah, I just want to stick with it for like a year, or until this project is finished, which should be a year roughly. And yeah, if anybody's watching this, um, leave a comment or subscribe or whatever. You know, you think it looks crappy, tell me. If you think it looks good, please also tell me. Artists need a lot of love right now. We're struggling. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And just keep on drawing, guys. Just keep working what you love, doing what you love. The world's a messed up place. The world's a mess. The world's a messed up place. Donald Trump quote. But yeah. Alright, that's it. See ya.